Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching the English news of Bình Phước Radio Television Station and Newspaper, and with you with the latest news for today. Administrative reforms comprehensively implemented in key areas. Children foster the culture of compassion in community. Vietnam pledges support for Russian firms amid growing ties, according to Prime Minister. Vietnam's coconut industry as billion-dollar markets. Ladies and gentlemen, in 2024, Bình Phước Province placed a strong emphasis on administrative reform, achieving notable and comprehensive results across key areas, including institutional reform, administrative procedures, organizational restructuring, civil service policies, the development of e-government, among others.
The province's average administrative reform performance index for departments under the Provincial People's Committee reached nearly 92.6% in 2024, an increase of 4.24%. Meanwhile, the index for district level, town level, and city level People's Committees rose by 0.6% compared to 2023 to nearly 90%. These results reflect Bình Phước efforts to enhance administrative efficiency for the benefit of both residents and businesses. In 2024, component indicators evaluating administrative reform across various sectors showed significant improvements, highlighting comprehensive progress in multiple priority areas. At a conference announcing the 2024 Administrative Reform Index for agencies at the People's Committees at provincial, district, town, and city levels, as well as outlining tasks for 2025, Vice Chairman of the Provincial People's Committee, Trần Văn My, who's also the Deputy Head of the Provincial Administrative Reform Steering Committee, urged all relevant agencies to closely follow their objectives and tasks to ensure timely and effective implementation. Leaders of relevant agencies were asked to thoroughly assess strengths and weaknesses, propose practical solutions, and prioritize funding allocations for administrative reform initiatives.
In 2024, Bình Phước agriculture and rural development sector exceeded its targets, with aqua, forestry, and fishery production value growing by 5.5% compared to 2023. This positive outcome was highlighted during the Provincial Year-end Review Conference on January 14th, which also set tasks for the sector in 2025.
Throughout 2024, the sector pursued the objectives of the Agricultural Restructuring Plan for Bình Phước Province 2021 to 2025 with a vision to 2030. This involved promoting high-tech agriculture, value chain production linked to consumption, effective disease control for crops and livestock, and focusing on essential infrastructure development to support socio-economic growth and improve rural incomes. Thanks to the concerted efforts across the sector, the total value of agricultural, forestry, and fishery production in Bình Phước surpassed 40.4 trillion Vietnam dong, reaching 100.5% of the annual plan and marking a 5.5% increase compared to 2023. The province now boasts over 14,000 hectares of crops cultivated following clean, organic, and biostandard procedures. Additionally, there are about 77 certified planting area codes covering more than 4,500 hectares designated for export.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lunar New Year is a time for us all to do good deeds and show seeds of love. Even the smallest acts of kindness can not only support those in need, but also spread a culture of compassion within the community. To celebrate the New Year, teachers and children at Hoa Mai Kindergarten in Lộc Thiện Khánh Miêu, Lộc Ninh District, Bình Phước Province, joined hands in meaningful activities to give back to society.
Today, the children eagerly took part in the Sharing Books with Love program. They contributed books and comics to give to the underprivileged children at the start of the new year, while also enriching their school library with a diverse range of reading materials. The schoolyard was transformed into a mini Vietnamese state festival. It featured a calligrapher demonstrating Vietnamese calligraphy, food stalls, and a variety of cultural activities. The children's customers include their teachers, parents, and local residents who collaborated to nurture the kindness in these young minds, while also bringing joy to less fortunate children in the community.
Ladies and gentlemen, Party General Secretary To Lam held a phone talk with Party General Secretary and President of China, Xi Jinping, on January 15th. More details in the following report.
The talks took place on the occasion of the 75th anniversary of diplomatic ties between the two countries and coincided with preparations for the upcoming Lunar New Year of the Snake. The leaders jointly announced the launch of the Vietnam-China Year of People-to-People Exchanges 2025. They agreed to coordinate efforts to organize activities commemorating the 75th anniversary of their diplomatic ties. Both sides emphasized the importance of strengthening strategic exchange between the two parties and countries, especially through high-level exchanges that provide crucial guidance for overall bilateral relations. They pledged to advance economic cooperation, prioritize accelerating the development of 3 standard gauge railway lines connecting the two nations, and expand trade, investment, and collaboration in emerging sectors. Party General Secretary and President of China, Xi Jinping, welcomed Vietnam's efforts to promote high-quality agricultural products in the Chinese market. Party General Secretary To Lam proposed that both sides direct relevant agencies to actively seek effective solutions for managing and resolving differences. He stressed the importance of enhancing cooperation in alignment with bilateral relations based on the United Nations Charter, international law, including the 1982 United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea.
On January 15th, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính and his Russian counterpart, Mikhail Vladimirovich Mishustin, co-led a high-level business dialogue. Let's take a look.
Prime Minister Chin called on the countries to promote diversification across products, supply chains, and markets to boost their products' access to each other's markets. He said it is necessary to enhance links in air, maritime, and railway transport to ensure that goods could reach more consumers in both markets. He told nearly 100 leading businesses from the two countries. He pledged to work with the Russian government to address business obstacles, emphasizing that both sides should listen and understand each other, share visions and actions, and work together to bolster investment cooperation for the development of each nation and the bilateral relations. Russian Prime Minister Mishustin, for his part, laid stress on Russia's readiness to assist Vietnamese businesses to expand operations and seize opportunities in Russia, pledging support for fostering logistics infrastructure connectivity, creating an optimal business environment, and encouraging strategic cooperation projects. He expressed his belief that bilateral economic ties will be further reinforced, particularly in key areas such as energy, high-tech agriculture, and logistics, towards sustainable development and contributions to the two countries' common interests. Bilateral trade reached $4.57 billion in 2024, marking a 25% increase from 2023.
Vietnam's coconut industry has recently emerged as a key economic driver for the Mekong Delta and South Central coastal regions, thanks to the signing of agreements, paving the way for the product to enter billion-dollar markets such as the US, Europe, and China.
Vietnam's coconut industry has recently emerged as a key economic driver for the Mekong Delta and South Central coastal regions thanks to the signing of agreements for the product to enter billion-dollar markets such as the US, Europe, and China. According to the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development, Vietnam currently boasts over 200,000 hectares of coconut cultivation. Coconut is now one of the 6 key crops included in the National Program for Industrial Crop Development by 2030. From generating $180 million in export revenue in 2010, coconut exports reached $900 million in 2023, and the sector is expected to surpass the billion-dollar mark in 2024. With this trajectory, the ministry aims to enhance the scale and quality of the coconut industry for further global expansion.
And that's it for this edition of BPTV News. Thank you very much for watching and see you next time.